Come away, my beloved. Sit with me for a while. Come away, my beloved, and I'll teach you how to smile. Come away, my beloved, I'm always here, yes I am. Come away, my beloved, you know my presence is near. There is nothing I require from you, nowhere to go, and nothing you must do. I just want to be with you. Come away, my beloved, let go of your fear, let it go now. Come away, my beloved, let your mind be clear. Come away, my beloved, listen to my voice. Come away, my beloved, oh, and let this be your choice, right here, right now. invite you to open your eyes and reach and stretch. Let out a little hoot or a holler. Or woo-hoo if you're feeling good. I want you to reach over to somebody and give them a squeeze and say, hey, you're the best looking thing I've seen all day. It's good to be here. Unity of Savannah. Wonderful feeling. Place to just be yourself, right? Isn't that what it's about? We're not putting on any airs. You know, you even let people come in who don't wear shoes. I think it's a good thing, right? Yeah. You know, we got to relax a little more. Don't we? You know what this country needs is more front porch sitting. More backyard hammocking. More afternoon naps. Yeah. Will you vote for me? Because I think we need to relax. Right? Yeah, there's a lot of people taking things way too serious. Whoa. It's time to relax and to chill. Touch the person next to you and say, I'm chill this morning. Just chilling on a Sunday morning, homecoming. Yeah. I bring you greetings all the way from Greenville, South Carolina. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was waiting for that. Just good. It is good to be here. I always enjoy being here with y'all and with Dale and Kyle and just all the wonderful people that are here. And you just feel the love and the support. You know, just coming in from the outside, you got something special. You know what I mean? You got something really special. And it's important to always accentuate your strengths and the positive. I'm going to start preaching now. Right? Accentuate what you do well. And what you can't do yet, what you're not able to do yet, you don't worry about that. Because when that needs to be done, the right and perfect people will show up for that. Right? So everybody just take a deep breath and go, oh, I'm glad that's over. Right? I mean, there's always things that can be changed, always things that can be done differently. I know in our church, you know, they finally just let me be me. In fact, they told me, James, we just like you. We just want you to be how you are. Just show up and do what you do. I said, I can do that. I can do that. I can't do, you know, because how many know people have something called expectations? Anybody got that? It's a disease. It'll kill you. Don't ask me how I know. I almost went there. Almost saw the light in the tunnel. And oh, I'm going back. It's not time yet. I'm serious. And so, you know, I'm going to be me. Who are you going to be? Me. Yeah. You know, in the Bible, there's a scripture that says, if not for the grace of God. You know, Paul said, by grace we are saved. Not works, lest anyone should boast. Oh, look at me. I'm so great. I'm Mr. Spiritual. Right? Yeah. And you know what? That's the ego masquerading as spirituality. And if you really want to be spiritual, you got to get real. Right? Say it with me. I'm real this morning. I'm real this morning. We're getting real, aren't we? Yeah, we have to. Because we know who we are. We're divinity dressed up in physical form. We're God in drag. That's right. That's right.
Never thought of it like that.
Don't think of it too deeply. Just kind of go with me here. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, this word salvation has really thrown people for a loop. You know, I remember back when I was a fundamentalist minister. You know, a fundamentalist minister is one who forgets to put the fun before the mental. Yeah, and we were so serious about saving the world, and what I didn't realize, they needed to be saved from us. But anyway, the word salvation in the Bible has to do with enlightenment. Jesus was a teacher of enlightenment. He taught oneness and unity and harmony, that I may be one and you one and me, and I am one in the Father, and we're all one together. Right? That's what he said. That's what he prayed for. That was what he was about, is to help people to seek out and to find that oneness within themselves and with each other. Because that's what heals the planet. See? So the word salvation in the Greek is the Greek word sozo and soteria. Sozo means to be whole and well. You feel whole this morning? Well? I mean, no, it's not your ticket in the afterlife to a golden streets in a mansion on the hillside. Because when you die, you're a spirit. You don't need a mansion. Sorry. Because what are you going to do? Sit in your living room and watch cable and go into your kitchen, and it's like, well, I'm a spirit. I don't need food. You're going to have a big bedroom with a big king-size bed that you're not going to need. What, are you just going to be some spirit haunting your house? You know what I'm saying? That's not what Jesus was talking about. The word soteria, sozo is whole and well. The word soteria means to be well and whole. It's the same idea. Right? And it's the idea, you know, to be whole, to be well, and to be safe, to be around. You know, a lot of folks aren't safe to be around. They're too tense. They're too perfectionistic. They're too controlling. But I know there's nobody here like that. Right, Dale? No. Go. It's all the people who aren't here. Yes, right. You see those empty chairs? Those are the people that do. I'm not going, because I know what's going to happen. Well, guess what? If you showed up. So here's the thing, though. We got to get over this perfectionism, because perfectionism kills people. Perfectionism kills. Over-analytical. Analytical. However that word goes. Being overly critical, biting, argumentative. These are the works. You know, the Bible talks about the works of the physical. It's the carnal mind. You know what the carnal mind is? And it comes from the word carne. Chili con carne. Carnal mind. Meathead. A meathead. I'm coming from the Greek, the literal this morning. You're getting the James King version this morning. Is that all right with you? Yeah. So tell the person next to you, say, don't be a meathead. Because we're living in grace, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about grace. And what is grace? It's divine favor. Not because you deserve it, not because you're good looking, even though you are. Not because you do all the right things, you say exactly the right prayers in the right way, and you walk just right, and you look just right, and you're Mr. or Miss Perfect. No, that's not what it's about. God can't use perfect people other than as warnings to what you're not supposed to be. Right? Because you're perfect where you're at, just like a plant. Just like, you know, you take a little oak sapling. It just comes out of the ground. And you can look at that oak sapling and say, wow, you're not an oak tree, are you? Look at that big oak tree over there. You're nothing. You're just a little sapling, you. You don't give it some time. You know what that sapling needs? It needs light. It needs sunshine. It needs some rain. It needs some life experience. It needs some room to spread out its roots and go deep into the ground. Right? That's what it needs. So that it can become tall and strong. And when the winds blow against it, yes, it will bend, but it won't break. Right? Recently, you had a lot of trees break. Look at the ones that are still standing. Right? That's what you focus on. You focus on the good. You focus on the Christ. You focus on the positive, and you go with that. Somebody says, yeah, but what about, yeah, that too. Yeah, but you don't, no, that too. Yes, but you should see so-and-so. Yeah, that too. Right? You go with that because that is the level of spirituality that we need to be experiencing in this world right now. We need to stop judging people and start allowing people to be themselves, because every person is self-corrective. You are self-corrective. But we love to interfere with people, don't we? Well, let me tell you how it's supposed to be. Straighten you out. You must have been born yesterday. I'm here to tell you what it's all about. There's always a sergeant. My name is Sergeant, so-and-so, and I'm going to fix you. I mean, understand that that's not your job. It's not your job or my job to fix anybody. You know what my job is? Is to help give them space to be who they are, because the spirit that's in me is the same spirit in them and will correct them as they go along. Will help them to change and transform as they go along. What I need to do is add some light, some water, and some love, and some trust. Say that word with me. Trust in the God in them to do what needs to be done. If you can't trust God, what's your problem? Right? I'm looking at everybody here. You know what I mean? It's important to trust the Spirit within and allow that Spirit in you to do what needs to be done. My wife and I, we have a great, wonderful, it's a heavenly relationship that we have now. I mean, we get along great, we finish each other's sentences, we read each other's minds, I mean, just the other day, I was going, ha, 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 and she knew exactly what I meant. Oh, it's dinner time, huh? Okay. But it wasn't that way in the beginning. I didn't know if we were going to make it in the beginning. Because we both had the same mothers. Same kind of mother. They were perfectionists. And my mother, when I was a kid, when I was 12 years old, she was putting my shoes on my feet while I was reading a science fiction book before I went to school. And she helped to raise another helpless male. You see, my clothes would magically appear on my bed in the morning. I would go get a glass of water, I'd set it down, and it would magically reappear back in the cabinet the next day. So when I got married, I thought, that's the way it's supposed to be. I had expectations. Yeah, because I'd take my clothes off, and wherever they were, my mother would just pick them up. Now, yeah, she yelled at me and said, you shouldn't do that, but she never enabled me. She never taught me, how to wash my clothes, And so, anyway, we get in this marriage and the sink is full of dirty dishes. And I'm thinking, oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. So I had a lot of expectations about her. And here's the thing. We were at odds with each other. We were very odd. You know? And so I had to set her free. There came a time when I had to just release her and say, okay, I don't know how to approach you. I don't know who you are, really. All I know is that my expectations about you, my ideal relationship that I'm imagining in my head, which is not what this is. So I set her free and said, okay, Leah, you be who that you are. And I just let her go, and she let me go. And you want to hear something beautiful? There's so much grace in letting people go. So it turns out she had many gifts that I couldn't see, that I wasn't aware of, because I was so focused on what I wanted her to be. You see what I'm saying? When I set her free, all these beautiful gifts began to show up. I wanted her to be the perfect preacher's wife, you know, the fundamentalist church. I tell you, preacher spouses, it's not easy. Because first of all, I got to put up with people like me. Yeah. And when I set her free, she started doing things and saying things. We started having in-depth conversations. We started getting to the roots of, you know, ourselves and what was really important and what was not important. You know, I still don't fold towels properly or correctly. But that's just the way I am, right? And she accepts that now. She still looks at me, rolls her eyes, and then she refolds them. But that's, you know, she accepts me for who I am. And that is the beauty of allowing the Christ to make an appearance in the people around us. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the devil. I'm not looking for darkness. I'm not looking for something to criticize or judge. I'm looking for the Christ. And if you look for Christ, then Christ will appear. Wow. That is the revelation that I desire. How about you? You know, I went to a church one time, and I was been the minister there for a short time, and there was some folks that sat in the back of the church, and I was doing a talk about eagles and how wonderful eagles are, you know. But they weren't eagles. They were perched on their seat, and they were cackling. Who do you think he is? You know, vultures pick up dead flesh. That's they eat dead flesh, you know. That's their job. And so they were picking at me, you know, just picking me apart. And it wasn't pretty. Yeah, you don't do that right, you know. And how many understand that's that perfectionism? I will never be anybody else other than who I am. And if you let me be who I am, there's some gifts in there. There's some creativity in there. There's some power in there. Just being who I am. And I'm talking about you, really. You let yourself be who you are. Let the people in your life show up. Because they're self-correcting. Yeah, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to fall down. But how'd you get to be so smart? You fell down a few times, didn't you? Yeah. That's how you learn. You get right back up. Tell me how much time about it?
Oh, we got all day.
Don't tell me that.
You used to be a fundamentalist preacher, right?
Yeah.
We're just getting started.
That's right. Go.
Because I thought a minute ago you kind of left off preaching and got the meddling there.
There you go. It happens. It happens. So where was I?
Say, ooh.
But you know, if you want beauty, you got to look for it, right? You got to notice it, pay attention to it. Sometimes it's hard in some people, you know. Wait a minute. It's like the optimist that went to the funeral. Did you hear about that? And he always said something good about people. Always. He never said anything negative. So he went to the funeral, and this guy was the town, troublemaker guy. And he was lying there in the casket. There's hardly anybody there. Nobody wanted to go to this funeral, And they were waiting to see what the optimist was going to say. And he looked down and said, "My, oh my, aren't those beautiful glasses?" I know there's always something good you can say about somebody, right? Focus on that, because that's powerful. That's transformative. That's how you become a metaphysician. Because in your power, you see who they really are. You see through the veil of flesh and blood, and you see the spirit that's in them, and you encourage that spirit, and you say, yeah, you can do it. You say, yeah, you're an overcomer. You say, yeah, you can be strong. And I see the best in you. I see the light in you. And you don't just say it, you act as if they are the light of the world. How about that? How about that? Act as if they are the light of the world. And you know what? They'll step into those shoes because that's who they are. That's who we are. Wow. Let's close our eyes for just a moment. Taking a deep breath. And get in that knowing space within yourself. That knowing space, the knower within you. You already know who you are. You know what you're supposed to be doing. All you have to do is start doing it. May you feel the love and the grace and the care. May you know that you don't have to always do it right. Just do it in the way that you do it. That beautiful way that you are. That beautiful creation of God that you are. And how dare anyone ever judge you? Put you down. Give yourself some space. You're a good kid. Forgive yourself this morning for being so hard on you. Receive that divine love, that awakening that we sang about earlier. Let us awaken this morning to the love and care of our divine beloved, our divine Creator, who loves us just like we are. Always has, always will. Always and forever. So we give thanks now with gratitude. We're so grateful for this homecoming, this beautiful church, this community. May it continue to grow in grace, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. May all of you be kept safe and blessed. We say thank you, God. And so be it. And so it is. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Reverend James, he's got some CDs at the table and a really cool book, Jesus Never Said That. Check it out. There's a storm across the valley.